Good morning. Welcome to the Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. Free Press Media Press Inc., an alternative parties books publisher, sponsors this podcast. I'm Andrew Bouchard. Greetings.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. This is the first time we've used this app. So, yeah, just bear with me, but I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Yes, you are. Friends, welcome to Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. We have a candidate today from the Empowerment Party who's running for mayor in New York, and her name is Quanda Francis. Did I get your first name right?
Yes, you did.
Excellent. So kindly start by giving us an introduction to yourself, a brief biographical sketch.
Okay, so once again, my name is Quanda Francis. I'm running for mayor of New York City. Was born and raised here, graduated from NYU with the bachelor's in social science. Um, and earned an MBA from Long Island University, currently pursuing a PhD in information studies. I'm an accountant, a data scientist, and the president of a fintech firm, Sykes Capital Management. And I've overcome tremendous adversity. And I feel at this very moment, New York City needs a change, and I am a candidate of the future.
Excellent. So kindly describe what made you decide to start the Empowerment Party.
You know, we need a voice for the people. I really feel as if I'm a representative of the people. You know, my lived experiences in terms of being a mother of three, married for 17 years, having overcome being a teenage mother, dealing with domestic violence, overcoming being homeless, to now bringing to this moment less than 20 years later. I feel like once again, you know, my lived experiences and just everything that's going on in just marginalized communities throughout New York City, the people don't feel as if their voices are being heard. So I thought of, you know, empowerment. Why not empower the people to be the change that they seek? So, you know, that was my reasoning behind starting the Empowerment Party because I want to empower the people.
So similarly, would you say the same reasons that you decided to found the Empowerment Party is the reasons you decided to run for mayor of New York?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So, what are the campaign issues facing New York right now, and what are you planning to do about them under your position?
So right now we have issues with crime. We have issues with our students not being educated to their fullest potential. We have a homeless crisis on our hands. We have, a criminal justice system is an issue. We have, again, just folks not being able to take advantage of a 21st century economy. So there's just so many issues right now that we need to address. And then we take it a step further and we have the same communities in New York City that have had food deserts, recreational deserts, educational deserts, and they've had no opportunities for advancement. So the reason I'm running is to address that immediately, and then our infrastructure is falling apart. And and as being the candidate of the future, I'm looking to modernize everything that has anything to do with New York City, including our infrastructure, you know, our transportation systems, our social, you know, in economic infrastructures as well.
So, you're planning to modernize the New York infrastructure.
Yes.
And how about the other issues such as the food deserts? You mentioned the recreational deserts. How are you planning to address those? Shall you become mayor of New York?
So they all are interconnected. When we talk about a food desert, and the fact that an individual may have to travel 1 or 2 miles to get access to a nutritional offering. Now we've increased their cost in terms of their living costs because now you have to, instead of having these affordable options in your neighborhood, you have to travel outside of your neighborhood. So and there's transportation costs that are associated with that. That's time consuming. These all of these issues are sort of interconnected, and they affect the choices that individuals make in terms of, again, opportunities, whether it's opportunities for advancement or just being a mother, and deciding that in order to offer the best possible life for my child, right? I Where I live at, it matters. It's going to determine where I'm educated, what I have access to in terms of my food offerings. How easy is it going to be for me to trans to and excuse me, I'm thinking of this, but how easy is it going to be in terms of traveling to and from work? Like, all of these different issues are interconnected. They don't exist in a vacuum. They all are interconnected.
In your election for the mayor of New York, there's a number of different candidates. Of course, there's the Republican, the Democratic Party. There's the Party for Socialism and Liberation. There's the Working Families Party, and there's other parties on the ticket running for office there. So, how do you differentiate yourself from those other candidates?
Well, I'm the candidate of the future. I'm the candidate for this moment. My platform is very different because my platform is based on research that was conducted. I don't just talk about what I'm going to do, I talk about how I'm going to do it. And it is the real reason why I understand why all of these issues are interconnected. And we have policy violence that has affected, individuals from the same communities for generations. And at this juncture, if we have elected officials that don't understand how to fix what has been broken for decades, it's time for a new candidate. It's time with a new vision and a new approach to tackling old issues.
Sure. So, if it's not proprietary, what is your campaign strategy and tactics for winning the election and getting the most votes as possible?
Well, our focus has been very grassroots. And as a data scientist, we have done, again, for me as a data scientist, I have done a lot of work in terms of just determining how best to communicate with individuals in marginalized communities and understand what their unique issues are, what their barriers are, and then speak to small business owners, understand what their issues are, if there are any unique barriers in terms of them growing their businesses, scaling. It's looking at each group of voters and determining what it is that is interested, what it is that they are interested in, what policies would they like to see implemented, what things they would like to see changed. I know specifically, like in Brooklyn, I spoke to a group of small business owners that said, hey, we were going to the Chamber of Commerce and we would wait for the borough president to come and meet with us. And a couple of times, he never shown up. He never showed up. So some would say this was a year ago, some would say this was 2 years ago. But the thing is, it mattered to them that he didn't show up for them. And now they see me as someone that is showing up for them. So again, just looking at each group of voters and understanding what their unique issues are and what they would like to see from the next administration is how I have ensured that we maximize our ability to now turn these individuals into people that will vote for us during the general election.
Sure. So, how can people out there support your campaign, whether they live in New York, in your city, or elsewhere?
So right now, what we you can don't make a donation. Donations can come from anywhere around the country. You can volunteer. I have students that are, and just individuals that are volunteering from all around the country. I have students from the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Like I have individuals from all around the country that are volunteering, whether it is making content or it is just speaking to their elected official and saying, hey, this is what I would like to see happen here, or just ensuring that I'm invited to an event that would give me publicity. But donations are what is needed at this juncture. We have over 4,000 unique volunteers, and they're amazing, and they've done a tremendous job with helping us just get out the vote.
So where can they donate? Is there a specific
Yes,
place they can donate?
yes, so they can go to the website, which is www.quanda, and that's Quanda, Francis, Francis.com. So it's my www dot my first name, second last name, and .com. www.quandafrancis.com, or you can go to www.madammayor.com, and you can make a donation at that website as well.
All right. We can certainly direct people to go there.
Yes.
Quanda, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and explaining your campaign to the people out there. We wish you all the best in your campaign and all your other endeavors.
Well, thank you for having me. Take
We're
care.
glad to have you. Have a great day and all the best.
You too.
Bye now.